Can't say it because it's a crime.
Hey, Olson. What's the recap?
Oh, God.
You were here last time.
I was here. Let me stretch my body.
What's a crime?
The PDF.
Okay, I'll start us off. Just jump in whenever you realize where we are.
Okay, no, I'm here. Okay. I just had to open my notebook.
We started by questioning off the madam, whose name I forgot because I didn't have a notebook at the time, but now I do.
Delzama.
Yeah.
Delzama.
Bless you.
One of those.
We questioned her, sent her on her way, said thank you. That's where we began. I don't exactly remember when we decided to split the party.
This is what we learned.
Okay.
The party was split when the game started.
Yeah.
But
Galen was out with Quill finding his lost staff and got it back with Callum.
Yeah, I talked to him, they found out a bunch of boggles stole his staff.
Yeah.
And other stuff.
We found out that there's this creepy gentleman in black called Mr. Black.
And we may or may not have fucked up by leaving the door open.
We never fuck up. Everything we do is intentional. And the reason we didn't fuck up there is because before we went in, we specifically asked Lycan if she could reform her weapon while it was inside the keyhole. And Lycan said no.
I said the door doesn't stay open.
That was not the question asked.
Yeah, she was able to reform it, like I said, and then she's like, the door is closed now. Gotta leave it in. That's what you guys decided.
But we were misled, and so that's why the door was left open. I went back and I checked.
Holson and Bellows went shopping.
Yeah, you bought something.
And they went into the... Yeah, I did buy something. And then I gave this woman a lot of money, Ivy.
Mm-hmm. And
David, another sour one. Where's my liquor?
We're talking about cognac.
I'm gonna mix it with garlic salt.
What?
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
It's there. It's just a thought I had.
You shouldn't indulge every thought.
No.
Oh,
there are lines that even I wouldn't cross.
I'm gonna listen to the Fae lady about self-control.
Me?
Yeah.
Self-control.
Paulson and Winfrey have never shown
self-control.
They have a lot of self-control and controlling of other people.
Exactly.
I mean, the other part, yeah, but...
I show self-control.
There have been a lot
of moments. Self-control every single time that they just don't murder a guard.
That's your lip.
Yep.
That's my control.
So I'm going to listen to her, but no, if she says a bad idea, it's a good idea. Give me the salt.
But...
Right. We
I am the salt.
Yeah, we did some stuff.
Holson talked to the shopkeep.
Oh, right, you learned some good information about her. Like, she was a candidate.
Yeah.
Right?
We already did that.
She was a candidate for whatever, and you went to her shop? For mayor?
Yeah, she was a candidate for mayor, and I found out, like, roughly around then.
He kept calling he kept calling the Fae he, and she got, like, offended at that.
She questioned.
Because, it's odd when everybody else uses...
they or it.
Yeah. And... So I told her my story, and I told her why we were here. I bought some stuff from her, and she was noticeably shaken. She told me about this man, and I got some more information about said Mr. Black. He's also looking for the same person. But we eventually went back and then kind of split up after I talked, and then I went with Galen and Callum, and we all, traveled out to a tree.
And also,
Meanwhile,
my steed is now a shadowy horse, like dark horse with red eyes.
Honestly,
fun.
I thought it would have been made of blood.
No, it's just I didn't choose it. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain about it.
Listen, you just have Shadowmere, okay?
I do. It is Shadowmere, but with shadowy wisps on it.
Shadowmere had that.
A black miasma.
It's Shadowmere. But
Yeah.
castable with that one conjure steed spell you get from the Dawnguard DLC.
I talked to Callum for a while. That was fun.
Oh, that's right.
And
He was a dog.
he was a dog.
You were a dog.
And then I had a Sivnu talk
And
where
she hates Galen.
She
she don't like him. She thinks he's a
She-
little off.
and she looked at me and went,
She
No.
looked at you and gave you the same face that someone makes when they touch food that's been in the sink.
He really looked at Gallon and said, "Well, I hated the other one, and this one's the one that replaced it. Interesting."
this one is maybe just as bad.
She didn't hate the other one. She was very curious about the other one.
Does she hate Galen?
But she's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna trust your judgment because I don't know them.
My judgment says eat him.
My judgment says a lot of things.
But yeah, that's what happened with Olsen and Gallon and friends, and then
we went to the lighthouse, found that the machine was teleported away.
yes,
A lot of investigating. Francis got like his heart racing as he found a picture of family or whatever.
Yep.
And then we talked to Ardor Brimsel Bottom Beard guy from the brothel, and tried to get some information from him. But the moment Francis asked about Mr. Black, he shut himself in. Like, nuh-uh, none of your business.
Yep.
And we ended with Francis asking us, well, Bellis and myself, what would happen if there was a fight between a giant clockwork guardian and a guardian of nature? Who do you think would win? And Akir said, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a theory at this moment.
And we are heading off to what's his face's house? Reggie?
Robert.
Roberts. We're heading off to Robert's place to look for more clues. Something we may have missed.
Yep. Something we may have missed after we had gotten attacked by fairies.
And that's what you heard. Congratulations. Now I'm gonna eat a skill in celebration.
Pocket sour.
Nope, sweet.
Oh,
Hey.
first they're sour, then they're sweet.
Then they're gone.
Oh, I
and
forgot.
then they're gone.
I have cream.
wrong candy.
I have cream-filled wafers.
No,
They're
Wafers.
filled-
What did you say?
What'd you
They're
say,
filled-
Wilson? They're amazing.
They're filled with chocolate hazelnut.
Oh my goodness! Also,
I
did
just
you
really
say
like chocolate.
wafers?
Cream
Whoppers.
wafer.
He said wafer.
Is that how you pronounce it over there? Where
The
you come
Whoppers.
from? Is that where you
You-
pronounce it
Whoppers
over
is a candy.
Whoppers is a candy.
That's
Whoppers?
Woopers.
Yeah,
No, Whoppers is a burger.
No, it's also a candy.
It's also a
No,
candy.
they're called Woopers.
Call Whoopers.
I'm about to put some whoopers on you.
No, I got a chocolate hazelnut wafers, and they're super good.
Yes, wafers. Okay.
And I'm going to drink my applesauce with them.
Fair enough.
Chocolate-covered apples are great. This can only be better.
I see this combination.
I can see the combination, but it's the hazelnut for me.
I feel like that'd be a welcome addition.
Anyway, are we going to start with Holson returning to town or us going to the house?
You guys going to the house?
Please let me finish my dinner.
Okay.
All right.
I sensed she's only halfway done. So
We're going to the house. I need to take a short rest there because I have no more inspirations.
That's fine. Luckily, I have Quill.
Inspiration. So, you make your way. How are you going to get it?
Muscle my way in.
The same way we did last time, myself and Quill.
All right. Is he going to shrink anyone else down?
No, I'm just gonna lift the rubble out of the way or whatever the hell's blocking the door.
Okay, you're going to try and lift an entire building.
Is that what it is? I thought it was rubble. I thought the entryway got destroyed.
No, it's like a side entrance that goes into a tunnel that goes down. Like
And
the size of
it's-
a large bread box.
Large bread box, you say?
Large bread box.
That means I could squeeze through it.
No, you can't. Francis
the-
struggles to squeeze through this.
Francis has to kneel down.
You see, if you just let me play Ambic, there wouldn't be any of this issue going on. But you refuse to let me play my most beloved character.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, there was a lot you could have done to prevent a lot of what happened.
I did literally everything I could have to prevent that death.
In the situation, yes, you did. Preemptively, there was a lot you could have done.
What else could I have done to prevent three sixes in a row? Well,
Take the medicine on the
dude,
first day.
That didn't have anything to do with the save necessary to turn me into a deer bear.
You wouldn't have been in the condition you were when we started that fight.
That had nothing to do with it. I got bit once and failed the con save. The condition had nothing to do with it.
Might have helped.
No! It still would have come down to the con save.
Con saves that would have been done at advantage, and they were done at advantage.
And I still
Later
got,
then,
I still got
and you
fucking-
still got fucked.
I still got
And
6, 7, and 8.
inspiration as well. And it was
2
bad.
inspiration, wasn't it?
Yes, let me play fucking Ambic.
He's
I miss my little guy. So there's literally no way for me to get in. I guess I wait outside and take my short rest there. I'm eating candy bars.
There's a way to get in. It's just you have to let Quill shrink you.
I'm just gonna sit out here and eat candy bars.
All right.
I need my short rest. And Quill
All right.
has limited spell slots. I don't know if we want to use them all like now. So him and Francis can go in there because they both can just crouch through the door.
Does Gallon want to stay out there? Oh, that's right. He's all the other
Gallon
people.
would like to stay out
Bellows.
there, but he,
I want Bellows in there.
Yeah, Ballos. That is
spell slot.
that's a no.
Even
Bellows
with
is too
Trunk,
big.
she'd struggle to get in, because that's a woman.
That's a woman.
I'm bigger she is.
Me and Quill go in.
Okay, you can go. Quill, go in.
But yeah, so with that being said, is there any little critters attempting to attack us as we start to walk around?
There is so many no critters.
What kind of critters?
There is literally no critters.
Okay, sorry. So is it still in the same condition in which we left it?
Yeah.
All right, that's good news. That's good news.
The bodies are a little more than like soot, but that's basically it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by the condition in which we left in, which is good. That means no one's been in here, at least to my current knowledge.
I mean, you could definitely roll an investigation or survival if you wanted to see if anything got changed.
I would do so with investigation, and I would instruct Quill to do the same.
You can give you advantage if you want.
All right, I will take it as we look through the abode, both for disturbances and clues. And if something doesn't happen, I will decide to do another tactic. But we shall see.
All right.
Advantage. Investigation +7.
26. There was some fiddling, things like that, from tiny creatures, but everything has been cleared.
Alright, so looking at the blood stains, was someone dragged? Was someone moved? Was someone lifted?
So the bloodstains that you saw last time
Mhm.
end at the wall near the fireplace.
All right.
It doesn't
And
look like it gets dragged past. It literally ends at the wall. There's
didn't
no
I
splatter
think I
on.
remember checking for a secret door last time because of that.
Uh, with that 26, there's no secret door.
Yeah, I
There's
remember.
like little holes and things like that, but there's no secret door.
All right. So with that investigation, if I don't find anything that could be considered a clue or like anything that was different than actually like the investigation did last time, I'll go ahead and cast my second casting of Detect Magic.
Okay. There is quite a bit of magic in here, namely divination, uh, as well as residue of conjuration.
The same from the tower.
Very similar. Just at a it's very much smaller scale.
Yep. And is it centered around where the blood stain, the blood trail ends?
Yes.
All right. 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 Quill, help me brainstorm here. Is there anything we can do to trace where they could have gone?
Um, if I'm gonna roll.
Can I roll Arcana as well? Because I'm trying to brainstorm as well.
Yes, I'm gonna roll for him.
Ah,
Where do you go? Airlings, there it is. Quill. And Quill. Do 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 do. He is going to do Arcana +7. 16. If if there is I don't have the best track record with divination, but if we knew that he had something on his person. Oh, 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 oh.
uh-huh.
Uh, um, Callum, helped me find my staff. They did a ritual, um, of some type, and helped me find it. Um, if we find out if they had any like item or things like that, and we 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 figure out what it is, we could possibly um get a ping.
Francis just kind of like rubs the side of his temples. But
Um,
what could he possibly have on him that we could track? That we know that he would have in this. Francis is going to look around for a picture of Robert.
you're gonna look for a picture of Robert
Look for a picture of Robert.
with a 26. You see a illustration. Um, do. It is an illustration of a what looks to be a very finely painted, or not finely drawn, uh, interaction between a very small creature and a woman with blonde hair.
Same blonde hair from the paintings.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what I'm going to be focusing on is Robert himself.
Okay.
Well, we'll see. Well, the entire painting, so both figures. Would, by any chance, either one of them, primarily Robert, focusing on him mostly, have any kind of trinkets either on his person, on his belt, or something that would be some sort of trinket?
Roll me investigation on the painting,
All
the
right.
illustration. 23. There are 3 things of note that could be of size that could be on his person. There is. The illustration looks to be with him having something on his back. It seems to be a roundish copper or brass coin-like, because it's not super fine detail. It's a nice thing, but object on his back with what looks to be either a leather strap or a chain wrapped around his front. With a 23, it could be a few things, but it looks to be compact and smooth.
All right.
With a little bit of a rigid piece at the top that pokes out.
So besides it looking more like a coin, is it something that would closely resemble my turret in its ball form or in its backpack form that I wear?
No,
No?
it doesn't look like your turret.
I mean, different design, but I don't know. It's just a theory.
Since it's
right.
very, like, the creature is very small, it could be something you can guess a proportionate size. It could be a normal item. Another one seems to be a best way I could describe it would be a hooked blade or tool made from a safety pin. You know, like one of those like big like pins that you can like click into.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the woman is giving him a very small little amulet with a leather strap. Like a little like trinket that could be the size of what could be his belt or sash.
So Francis, looking at those different items, he's thinking for a bit. If he was captured, he wouldn't be allowed to have a potential weapon, so the tool would be not the best thing to focus on. Whatever's on his back, one, don't have enough detail to identify what it is, but it would also be something that could either be considered a personal shield for him or some sort of potential weapon, like mine is. There's a lot of things it could be. None of them a potential captor would allow a prisoner to have. That trinket, the leather bound trinket, though, might be something that would either be deemed not dangerous or something that, above all else, Robert would keep safe. and on his person. So Francis makes sure to note all the details of that singular pendant. And I guess unless there's no point in doing so, I will try to look around to find any more details about it. The more details I have, probably the better. Callum, the easier it would be for Callum to find something.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, is there anything else I can find to get more details about that pendant?
Roll me another investigation check for like finding anything related to the pendant.
All right.
Quill can give you advantage.
Thank you.
I believe he can. Give me 1 second. He might not be able to. He can.
So 21.
21. You do find notes on a certain object. It's called the Fortuna Momentum.
Oh, that's perfect. Having a name is great. And does it do anything specific?
It amplifies a certain ability of his to manipulate time.
That would probably have to be the thing that's gambled on then. Because whatever happened here happened quick. That much is for certain. And it was done by someone who had some information, not everything. So well, if I, by extension Francis, had to wager a guess, that would be the item that we'd need to search for to find them. I will take the notes. Could you write post up the name of the item real quick, so that way I don't forget.
Fortuna Momentum.
All right. And with that being said, um, there's not much else I can find in here, I don't think.
And it is noted that it is a pocket watch
Pocket watch.
with witch's glass.
All right. Francis will take that sheet of paper, pocket it in with the same, with the plans and everything like that as an additional paperwork. And with that, he'll look to Quill. Unless there's anything else you can think of, I don't think there's anything else we can find here.
I have nothing else.
Francis, there's only one other thing that I could think of. Above board. Do I happen to know the details of the spell Dimension Door?
You have.
We've seen someone use it. Doesn't
You've
mean I
seen
know.
somebody use it. And it does fall in the same length. You can put together your own what is it called? Your own clues together if you want to, or your own suspicions. But you do know the general things of Dimension Door.
All right. I know it's not an infinite range, but I don't know its exact range.
You can roll me an Arcana check. How about that?
All right. Thank you. Not an advantage. Ping, ping. Damn it.
You know it's a very long range, but not long enough that they would still be within a mile.
Yep. Ah. All right then. And with that, Francis and Quill will go ahead and exit out of the little hobbit hole.
You do know from that you can't take many people as
Just
well.
one.
You're not, yeah.
Not sure.
Basically, you think it's like one or like very few.
Yep.
So
All right. With that assumption, as soon as we leave out the hobbit hole, all right. I don't think there's much more that I can get from here. What I did got is maybe a potential lead to help finding him, but from what I hear, Callum's the only one who can help us out at this situation.
there's
That being,
there are other arcanists in town, but there's only one that I know has the ability to locate objects.
the last thing I want to do is waste time. Akir, I guess you do want to take some time to rest. I can handle this Arcanist thing by myself. Belos, if you want to follow as well. You and Quill can go and take some time to rest if you'd like.
Right. I should probably prepare some scrolls for things that we may need.
Yeah, we'll need all the help we can get. Just before you go, just make sure to point me in the right direction of this Arcanist. Is that okay with you, Akir?
Fine by me.
Right.
I'll return to Tavern.
Yeah.
All right.
The is the place is I'll write down directions.
Thank you.
Here you go. It's the shop that I got the spells from. Thanks to Akir and Gallon. It's called the Script and Scribe.
All right.
It's a magic shop.
Alrighty then. Thank you very much. I'll be on my way there here shortly.
Right. I guess I'll follow you, Akir.
I'll lead the way back.
Cognac and applesauce.
Sour Skittle.
Sour Skittle? Bad one?
Why does it make me salivate so much?
Because that's what it's meant to do.
That's what that would do.
Ugh,
Oh, what do you do, though?
so much saliva.
But yeah, no. Once we split the party again, because I know Akira wants to get his rest. I'll go ahead and make my way with Belos. If Belos wants to go to get a rest too, then I'll go by myself. But
He gains nothing from arrest.
yeah, so Belos and I will go to the Script and Scribe.
All right. So while this is happening, our intrepid heroes over in the Plainlands racing their way back. Gallon and Holson.
Olsen went BRB.
Son of a bitch. But oh well.
Just me.
Well, you can talk to
I have
Callum
nothing
if you
to
want.
say to Callum.
Okay.
I've asked my questions that I've thought of to him already.
Yeah, okay. All right. And now back.
Oh, it's my turn again? Shit.
Yeah.
Blame Gallon and having no questions.
Well, see, if this was a vampire or a monster, he'd have all the questions, but no, it just so happens to be Holson's little connection.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'll go to this place.
the script and scribe.
Yeah.
Once you go in, it is a very lovely shop with a very intricate wood sign of what seems to be a magical quill with like the motif of like pixie dust or like whatever sparkly dust writing into a book. And there's like a little bit
As
like
soon as, like as we're on the outside of the door and looking up at this place, like looking through the windows, no doubt this guy has definitely benefited from that mass amount of good luck that's here.
yes, it's very it's a cute sign.
Yeah, well made. Wow, that's not why I'm here though. Let's go. And I'll go ahead and let myself in, unless the door is locked for some reason.
The door is not locked. Goes in. All right. So, as you enter the script and scribe, you see very organized presenting of like goods and services and things like that. Just your general like knickknacks, trinkets, low class magic things, as well as a listing of prices and scrolls and things like that. No wands or things of that nature, but there are a few items in glass cases sitting amongst the goods. And behind the counter is a very not rotund, but a larger gentleman with a very finely groomed goatee, bald head, a little bit pointed ears, with a sky blue colored skin with runic swirling tattoo underneath one of his eyes, wearing eyeshadow and things of that nature. Well groomed, wears several rings, a air genasi. Welcome. Welcome to my shop. Can I
Yeah,
help you?
a lovely shop. So I was recommended to you by a colleague of mine, a small Allen figure. I think he did some business
Yes,
with you not too
a
long
young
ago.
scholar. Yes, he was
Yeah.
very satisfied with my lovely selection. How may I help you?
Yes, perhaps later I'll be able to have some time to look, but I require your services for the moment. I'm told that you are capable, or at least may have some way to accomplish a locate object spell.
Oh, it's an interesting spell to have. But yes, I have a few items that may interest you. I do have. Are you looking for specifically objects or animals? Or
I'm looking for a specific object, yes.
okay, so I have rolling probability of him having a scroll prepped at the moment. I have a scroll that's nearly finished. I just take a couple more hours and I'll be able to get that to you. Or I have a object, if you would like, a compass that leads you to whatever object that you are wanting. It's a little bit more pricier than a scroll, for sure, but multiple uses.
Francis, when he was told that the scroll would be ready in a couple hours, his eye noticeably twitches. But at the mention of an item, a compass that could lead him to it, and the multiple uses, Francis kind of thinks, all right, what's the price on it?
The price. Oh, it's going to be a little bit steep, um, depending on your need. It is because it is a very limited item. Takes quite a bit of work.
I understand how it works. Just tell me a number.
400 gold pieces.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 400?
400 gold pieces.
Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
Bag of holding. Da-da-da-da-da. I have a bunch of stuff. Keeping that. Are you against the potential of partial trade, partial purchase?
I am not against it, no. Depends on what you have for me. That, my friend, will be dependent on how much it comes down.
Understood, understood. Alright, so first I will start. I have a lot of health potions still. Damn. Um, I will start with the 5 art pieces that I have that are 25 gold pieces a piece.
Oh, impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, please do know that I will have to say that, like, they may be worth this much, but I have
You have a
to go.
business, so you'd have to give me some so you can make a profit. I understand.
Yes.
So that's potential 125 or however much he buys them for. I really don't care. Uh, can't remember how much was. That's potentially useful. I have some salamander scales. No salamander scales, if you're interested.
Salamander scale.
I produce 5 salamander scales that I have.
Hmm. Could be very useful.
And let's see, what else can I part with? I have. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Da, 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 da. I have a. Did anyone ever take the bone white wand, the wand of web?
No,
No?
no one took
Alright.
it.
I will take out the wand of web as well as the bands of bolero.
All right. Iron Bands of Bolara.
Yep.
And look at those items, because I believe those are 2 greens.
The iron bands of bolero, you said it was lesser, not uncommon.
Yeah,
It was a weaker version of it.
weaker version, but still can be, you know, sold for a decent amount. Yes, because it is weaker because it is uncommon. Because the regular iron bands are rare.
Okay, so that's 2 uncommon items. In all honesty, these are. I have a list of other magical items that I'm thinking about selling. But for the time being, I need that item, and if there's anything above the market value of it made by these items, I'll gladly take selling credit.
Okay. Let me roll a few things to see if he's able to get for it. Okay. Wand of Web. Iron Bands, Bolaro. Okay. So, uh, Unfortunately, the Wand of Web, he values it as 100 gold pieces in total.
Yep.
So if you roll me a persuasion check, uh, it will change the percentage. So if you want to go with this straight off, like selling it for half price,
I'll just give it a shot. Hopefully, it'll make my life worse. I'll use a reroll on that.
181. All right. So you'll get that for full price. And the iron bands are worth 200 gold pieces.
All right.
So
So with the scales, the pieces of artwork, and the 2 magical items, that should actually cover the majority of it.
it actually would cover everything but 50 gold pieces.
All right, I can do that. I'll hand him 5 platinum pieces.
All right. Takes the 5 platinum, the wand, and the iron bands. All right. Here you go, my friend. The Seeker's
All right.
Compass.
And now, so let me go ahead and make sure to adjust my bag of holding.
Yep. It's non-attunement, and you can cast Locate Object once a day, recharges it at dawn.
So 3 charges.
Recharges at dawn
So
once
it
per
has
day.
1 charge. You said?
1 charge.
Okay. But it recharges, and that's always a useful item to have.
Mhm.
False below.
It also has the ability to cast Guidance.
Whenever?
Specifically for survival.
Ah. Cool. That's actually really useful. Alright, so Compass of Finding, you said? Or what was it called?
The Seeker's Compass.
Oh. Alright. Cool. Francis will take a look at it, marvel at its craftsmanship, because I'm pretty sure it's a really nice piece.
It's very
Alright.
nice. It's very nice. It's that of like brass and a little bit of silver
Alright.
etchings with pearlescent back.
Francis will wrap the chain around his wrist as he keeps it like palmed in his hand. Alrighty then, it's good doing business with you. No doubt in the near future you'd still be willing to purchase some magical items that I have on my person.
Of course. Depending on what it is and what it is my fancy.
Of course, as is all business. So that being said, I'll probably see you and do business with you in the near future.
Can't wait.
And with that, I will take the compass, give him a polite nod, and exit the building.
Didn't get your name, and also we didn't really get into the pleasantries. My name is Marswan.
Marswan. Name's Francis. Francis Stein.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Stein.
My pleasure is mine. That being said, I will see you in due time. Definitely before I leave town.
Marswan.
Yep. And with that, I'll go ahead and exit with the compass in hand. And as we're outside, we'll walk a few paces away from the store. So, Bellows, just a question of potential use. You think it'd be wise to use this close to the scene of the crime, or someplace further away?
That is a very interesting thing to ask her. Most likely, probably the scene of most activity.
Alright. Let's go ahead and make our trip back. And once we get there, we'll start and pick a direction. Covers the most ground into the city, I think, would be best. Because this is the last chance I got to finding something productive this day. And we will make our way back to Robert's home.
All right. So, while that's happening, Olsen and Gallon.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Making your way back to town on this long, arduous journey. Finding out some new information, also a little bit more of direction from Sivnu. Do you have anything you would like to discuss with each other?
I don't really have much to say. Um, she's just
Any
she's
questions?
mostly just thinking to herself. But actually, you know what? I will. I'll still just pipe up a little bit and some way some ways away from the tree that we were at.
Yes, you're technically on the ride back. So
Do you think we have to find that man? Mr. Black. We have to find him. Have Callum, have you noticed this person around town?
I did say that I didn't notice them coming out of the hole, out of the doorway you created. But
You
in the
haven't
end,
seen
I
him.
couldn't find them. Again, I followed them for a small bit. They eluded me.
That magic you used to find closed staff, could you do that for people?
I don't have the ability to track down people. Unless they're animals. Or plants.
There's definitely a spell you could use, but it's not something I have access to.
Yes.
But
Plus,
maybe find
there's no guarantee
it's
of
true.
the things that I saw actually being real.
True. We might could scry on them. I know. I don't know how to do that though.
I would be able to, but I would need to put something upon them.
Interesting.
Yes,
So we'd find them first.
a token.
But then, it defeats the purpose, because we would have already found them. But
Indeed. I am able to detect certain creatures, though. It's
Type.
very limited range.
What type of creatures?
Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fey fiends, undead, such as the like.
How limited is the range on this?
30 feet.
Feet.
is that just a innate ability? Or
It's a spell.
okay. How long would that last?
10 minutes. I do have to concentrate on it, though.
We could try the brothel and see if he's still around.
Yes, we could. I will say that I am very limited in my spell usage, though. I don't get it as fast as you.
Well, no. I
But
don't get that many.
I do have quite a bit of reserves. So that's fun.
I will say though, we're not going to get back until later, so
Yes.
I definitely do think it's him we have to look out for.
Well, if we do find them, we best capture them immediately. And if need be, end them.
Well, sure. Love to figure out how to fix the grove first, though. That's a problem.
It is a problem, but it is also not. I would like to not say this to upset you, but it is not my first duty to
But it
fix
is mine. So I want to fix it. So you could either
you as much as I can, but there is limits of where I don't step in.
of course.
Well, what are your limits?
If I feel this necessary to end the problem at its source, regardless of whatever plans you and your group have, I will do it. It's my duty. But I would like to keep the friendship that we've made.
That would, that would be preferable.
So, I'll help. But I will not stand abide.
I understand that.
Good.
Needs to be
Glad.
dealt with either way, but
So, we will do things your way until I need to step in.
understood.
I'm
Well,
glad we can come to understanding. It's good to have friends.
Olsen just nods her head. I agree. Gavin, does this as fast as this thing goes?
It's going as fast as it can.
You see that she's just like, she wishes she could be back in town. She hated coming out to a tree. Just one tree.
Too bad there's
Hated leaving the party.
Hey, we got some work done though.
You did. You did do that. But I'll just tell Galen, we might eventually want to go to the brothel, but I think we'll head back to the tavern. That's where we said we were going to meet up, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't
Well,
know.
they have to come back, so
Yeah, so Tavern's a good bet, I would say.
plus we can get some rest.
And pancakes. Those were delicious.
And more pancakes.
Ever have waffles?
What's a waffle?
Oh.
Shit.
We definitely have to go back to the tavern now.
Absolutely.
And you make your way, dashing across the fields in the snowy brisk air, as you make your destination back to Hollow's Hope. Now, Akir.
Oh my.
Oh, sorry. I was I was doing things. Hey, what's up?
Akir. You get back to what is it? The tavern.
Wispy Willow or something like that?
No, that's in Ingford.
That was close. Whatever the name of this tavern is. It's like Moon something, right?
Um,
God, I'm all over the place. Anyway, how's it going?
a lot. It's going all right.
Am I gonna
So-
die?
I don't know. Is that good enough for you?
No. Anyway, I have no more inspiration. If something happens, I got no way to. I can't.
You're able-
I
You're
can't-
able to get your rest.
Oh
Um,
goodness! Now I might be able to survive another attack by deer bear demon.
The bear demon,
Yeah,
man bear pig,
my bear pig.
man bear pig. While you are resting, Quill is within range of you because last time he was alone, he got mugged by Boggles. So he is currently preparing spells and things of the nature in scrolls, and he wants your opinion on what he should prepare.
Yes.
That's so great. I'm so glad.
What are the options?
So, he can prepare a number of spell slots equal to his proficiency modifier, which is 3.
Damn it! There's,
And spells.
there's at least 2 scrolls.
Yes. He only knows up to 2nd level spells. They don't cost him spell slots. But he does have quite a few spells at his disposal.
Shatter.
One of them is not Shatter.
Damn it!
They are only able to make scrolls of which spells that they know.
As a note, I have a spell scroll of Shatter that I have in my to sell list.
Well, use it.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I have Shatter and
Yeah.
Conjure Animals.
We
Just
have
2
wizards.
scrolls randomly there.
Yeah, just use them.
I plan on selling them if I can.
Nah, just use them
We have wizards.
right now, and real everywhere.
Do it.
Pull a wholesome. Got it.
Don't be a bitch. Do it.
So, of his first levels, Unseen Servant, Detect Magic, Shield, Jump, Comprehend Languages, and Frost Fingers.
I absolutely have to go for jump.
All right,
If we're in a combat situation, jump is a godsend.
Jump. All right, we'll put Jump in that little running. Of his second level spells, Enlarge Reduce, Levitate, Misty Step, Warding Wind, Vortex Warp, and Rhymes Binding Ice.
I do both of them as a large reduce because I've been using it a lot, and it also is very useful in combat. It's useful in and out of combat, so it's useful for many situations.
So good.
So, you can do 1 Enlarge Reduce and 1 Jump.
There we go.
All right, that's what he does.
That's my opinion. And if it turns out to be the wrong opinion, why did anybody leave the 8 intelligence guy alone with this guy?
You know
Hey,
what?
sometimes style points are more effective.
Star points are more effective sometimes.
I mean, we gotta get Gallon able to grapple that machine somehow.
Oh my god, yes.
Wrestle a
Oh my
machine.
god, yes.
It's like the
I am a
big.
machine.
I like to imagine it's kind of like that big bird from Bioshock Infinite. You know, the one that protected Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
Right.
it's
That's
just
the right size.
it's just Gallon fucking grappling it. About to fucking suplex that thing.
Mm-hmm. About the right size.
As he does. Really, I figured that bird from Bioshock would have been, like, huge. Seeing as Elizabeth was the size of its eye.
You mean like colossal?
Yeah. I mean, that bird big.
A big bird.
That bird big. Big
Big
machine bird.
bird.
Like
Big
a
machine
drone.
bird.
So,
All right.
so those are my opinions. Jump! And the other one.
All right. Jump and large reduce. All right. You now have in your possession jump and large reduce.
Me? You gave him to me?
Yep. Yep.
Hell yeah! This is a mistake, but I got him. Alright, how long do they last?
Until the end of his next long rest.
Scroll of jump, and scroll of big small.
Big and small.
Scroll of biggie
Now-
smalls.
No, that's a different scroll.
Biggie smalls?
Summon the ghost of Biggie Smalls to fight for you? Yeah.
Alright, scroll big small. Because I don't have the effort to try to spell enlarge and reduce, even though they're both very easy. I've tried to spell it in the time I was talking about this. Anyway.
Yeah. So during that time, he, like, scribes and things like that. Not much, like, gathers your notice, except for people starting to put decorations, things are being built, a little bit of gossip out in the streets and things like that in the tavern.
I do ritual cast Unseen Servant to bring Zara alive as a servant.
Mhm.
And she can deliver to both me and Quill food and drink from the bar that I order.
All right.
And then
You do so.
she can also take care of my gear. So I have her polish my shield and stuff.
The bleach goblin is like impressive.
Yeah, things you can learn. You should try it.
Taking note.
Unseen Servant, free labor.
It's free labor.
It's not a concentration spell. As long as he has someone casting it every 10 minutes, he's good.
Yeah,
I say
ritual.
every 10 minutes because that's how long it takes to do it as a ritual.
Mm-hmm. So, with that in mind, I guess unless you have something specific that you would like to do or go investigate.
You know, I think we have enough clues, if I'm being honest, for whatever it is we're doing. Akira's not
Okay.
smart. He's more of a when the shit hits the fan type of hero.
Beat things into submission and fix the problem.
Yeah.
Fix the problem with a hammer. There you go.
He's really good at that.
All right. So, back to Francis and Bellows.
Yep, it was my last thing for the day.
Last thing for the day.
So once we make it back to the little hidey hole, because I'm not going to go inside to start this. It's not seems redundant. All right, so if I don't get a hit right at the beginning, I think the best way to cover as much ground as possible is to travel from here to the main square. And then move on from there, depending on how much time I have left. Alright. Gonna find you, Robert. Gonna do everything I can to do so. As I go ahead and cast Locate Object on the Fortuna Momentum.
All right. Casting Locate Object. So, as you cast Locate Object, the arrow inside the compass begins to spin, going left, then right, north, then west, then south, then east, until it starts to... You're in the middle of the square, right?
I mean, that's where Robert's home is.
Yeah, it's near the middle of the square.
Alright.
You get it to point closer to the center of the square.
Francis looks up at Bellows, then looks down at the compass. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that to work. And I immediately start following it at like a brisk pace.
As you make your way about 60 feet towards the center, it begins to spin in circles and circles and circles.
So like Francis will like once it turns around and starts to circle, he'll start to like zone in on where the center is. And am I just above the ground, like just flat ground?
You're above flat ground. You see
Francis
people
just-
mulling about, things of that nature.
Just this short gnome of a man just running around in circles, looking down at a compass.
It begins to just spin in circles.
All centered around a specific location because it can't point me down.
Yep.
Would there happen to be a random piece of trash by me? Or
I'd say
something about
yes.
huh?
I'll say yes.
Without any, I'll apologize for this probably to somebody, but without any care in the world, just out of sheer frustration, I'm going to kick that piece of trash as hard as I can in the closest direction that I see.
Okay. You kick trash. And then you are arrested for littering. Nope.
It was already on the floor. It wasn't my trash. No, Yeah, no, but as soon as I kicked that trash, just notably, like, just in frustration, as he closes the compass and puts it in his pocket.
Yeah, as you like tilt and like move the compass, the arrow starts to point down towards the ground.
Yeah, I got that from the spinning already. And it's just Francis, after he puts it in his pocket, he just rubs his temples and just absolute noticeable frustration in front of Bellows.
Not the answer that you're looking for.
The answer I was afraid of.
Where is he? Down?
Yeah, Francis, it stomps on the floor. I made an educated guess when we went down below to the garden. The garden just so happens to be directly beneath us. That entire chasm that we saw. Francis kind of like looks side to side, make sure nobody's close enough as he gestures for her to lean closer so he can, just talk to her. That gigantic chasm in which this entire town is built over. If you can imagine there just being a thin layer of earth between this town and that.
Everything's going to fall.
And that earthquake we saw or we felt earlier is something that's being caused or some event that's happening. So, if my guess is correct, this item that I'm looking for is still on Robert's person. Robert is being held in the garden. No doubt, he is in near vicinity of the Jabberwock machine. Or whoever's behind all this. The thing is, the Jabberwock probably isn't going to have any usefulness down there. The Jabberwock is going to be used up here. And we can't be in two places at once. Not with that whole thing.
So we have to choose, or do you think?
What I think, and why I'm partially frustrated, Not because of the fact that Paulson is the key to all this. Quite literally. That we did the one thing that made this impossible to solve until the last minute. And that was send her out of town. And then Francis starts to walk back to the tavern.
She follows suit after a moment.
And yeah, there's not much more I can do until Holson and Gallon get back mid-afternoon or early or late morning.
All right. So you reconvene at the tavern with Akir and Quill and basically give them the lowdown.
I'll let them know. I have good news and I have bad news, but nothing that can't wait until tomorrow once everyone gets here. So unless anyone has any particular questions, I have some work to do.
Excellent. Bartender, another round.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll probably end up taking that to my room. And I'm sorry to be in a bit of a mood, more so than normal, but
You're in a mood?
thanks.
What? I barely know you.
That's fair. That being said, forgive me for calling this evening short or my presence amongst all of you so soon. Just unless I miss my guess, tomorrow night is going to be wild. And not in the way everyone expects it to. And once Francis gets his drink and some food, he will retire upstairs.
Hi.
Fellows, come, have a drink. We have many hours to wait until Holson returns.
Might as well. Nothing I can do.
Nope, so why worry?
Joins you and begins to drink.
Yep. Just
And
drink,
like,
and just drink and chat.
Consume. Yep, consume all the food.
Drink all the liquor.
Mhm.
And wait for Holson. How smashed are we by the time Holson gets here?
Let's see.
I'm
Do
excited to see.
you know what?
Would you?
It's gonna be
Because I don't think we're heavy
lumps on the
drinking.
table.
I don't think we're heavy drinking, but we are sipping nonstop until she gets here.
So let's do 3
That's an entire
constitution.
night and well into the morning. That's several
Yeah, I'm
hours.
gonna be driving. I'm gonna be riding for a while.
Alright, well, we got three.
I'm not driving.
We got
I'm
three to
just
see if we
chilling.
wake up with hangovers.
Am I gonna have to make a con save to not be exhausted?
Do you get exhausted?
Yeah, you can.
Alright, let me do my
And
let me do my 3 con saves.
yeah, that horse is moving extremely fast.
So, 14, 16, 6. I guess I'll add my thing to the last one to hopefully make it not 6. Hey, 14. 14, 16. 14, 16, 14. And I'll inspire her on one of the times. If she needs it.
Not for the first one, but for the third one, most definitely.
What do you mean third one? I only see 2. Oh, wait, there we go. First one's a 10.
Yeah. The first one you don't need. You needed a 10 because it's sipping. Third one, 15. Second one was 15, and then the third one was for 20.
Well, I'm sipping. I think she's chugging. I don't know.
So you inspire yourself, but you're kind of really buzzed at the end.
Yeah, that's fine. At least I'm not fucking smashed.
You inspired her for the...
Whatever one she wants. She can
Okay.
use that on anything she wants at any time.
Let's do the last one.
Hell, she could decide to get drunk and instead just use it on an arm wrestling match. I don't know.
So yeah, let's use the last one. So she fails as well. So she's tipsy as well.
Hell yeah. Spend the night down there drinking, eating, talking, and having a good old time, because that's what he cares about.
Mm-hmm.
He is a valor bard. He makes people feel good.
Finn and Gallon, I need Constitution saves.
I kind of think Holson needs to go
I'm
use it
gonna-
too, because riding a horse is kind of a pain in the ass.
No, they both need to.
I am trying to roll. If you see 6 con saves, you didn't.
So
Well, 14, but
14,
it was
that's
not
fine.
made an advantage.
Where's the third one for Gallon?
Oh wait, I need to roll 3?
Y'all need to make 3.
3, 1, 2.
Hey.
I got an 11.
Well, the first I re-rolled the first one. I don't want to action.
Yeah, okay.
So
17 and 13.
All right.
Okay. So, you each have 1 level of exhaustion as you get
Oof.
to back to town to Hollis Hope as you're entering in the gate.
Wait beforehand.
I
What
mean,
What time do they get back?
they get back
Yeah, you guys can absolutely
around
save camp.
1 at 1 in the morning.
Cool. I'll
Alright.
be ready at 5.
So yeah,
Yeah,
no.
the one
At that point, Francis. Sorry. At that point, Francis would be asleep, but not after spending a lot of considerable time studying the remote and the plans to make sure he understands how it works. What buttons
Hey.
do what?
Roll me general intelligence check. At advantage.
Intelligence check?
Yep, at advantage. 21. So, the remote in general, with blueprints and doing things and like saying things, it would take an action to maneuver any of these things. There is full control over the blimp, the statue, and the construct. There is a sequence of events that happens over the course of like messing with the stuff. You know that the statue is able to move completely, do basic swing and like block and things like that, and you're able to control it with the remote. The remote also activates for certain functions of the Jabberwock, such as like fireworks and lights and things of that nature. So it's basically the remote is basically a very high tech, like RC controller.
Yep.
But you have to switch between each of the things as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes a bonus action to switch between each of the constructs, and then an action to utilize one of their functions.
Uh-huh. All right.
Basically, giving it a straight up command.
Yeah. So once I get a good sense of how it works, then I'll go ahead and go to sleep. So I'll be sleeping by the time they get back.
So, Gallon, Holson, and Callum are able to make it back into town. Everything seems to be set up for the next day's festivities. You're let in.
Bellows and I passed out on the table.
Bellows is passed out in her room because eventually she got better than you on that. She was able to get up to the room.
Olsen walks in. She's on the floor. She didn't quite make it to the bed.
She is leaning on the bed.
Almost made it.
Almost made it.
Almost made it.
Like shirt halfway taken off and like boots completely off. Almost made
This
it.
is, and I'm in my room.
Yep.
Well, Holson's also exhausted, so she'll walk up to her and see if she can't lift her and get her into the bed.
Roll me athletics check.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna break a bone.
Please.
Athletic?
Don't you have don't you have like a penalty because you're
Yes.
still exhausted?
Being exhausted at disadvantage, yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers right now.
Natural one.
I want it so bad.
13.
Well, 13 is not bad. I don't know why I pushed the wrong button, but
You get her most of the way into the bed. There is some
it takes
effort.
a lot longer than I anticipated.
It takes you about like 2 minutes to get her in there. Like she like half groggily like assists.
Taller than me and larger than me.
Yeah. She's very much denser than you.
Sound like I'm like, she's like got her like arms over my shoulders, and I'm like, whoa. Let me just throw the shoulder.
Gentle.
But I'll try to be gentle about it. But if I'm having to lift with athletics, I don't think I can be so gentle.
Yeah. You're able to get most of the way in, and she, after some time, eventually gets the rest of the way into bed.
I will tuck her in, and then just like pull the covers up over, and be just completely clueless. Like, what the fuck? Like, like why? You're upstairs. And I'll ask somebody about it in the morning. But then I'll get ready for bed and just, put my PJs on, I guess, and by PJ just take off my at least my leather armor, and then just lay there in trance for 4 hours.
All right. So,
I can't be
Gallon,
disadvantaged.
Yes, sir.
you make your way up to your room.
Does anybody get a cure from the fucking table downstairs?
I don't think so.
Is Akira passed out like at the table?
Yeah.
A Gallon will.
Surrounded by bottles and mugs.
Gallon will tap on your shoulder.
Oh god, does that wake me?
Yeah, I know. If it doesn't wake you up, he's just gonna leave you there.
That's a persuasion check.
That's a what?
That's a persuasion check. At disadvantage
Yes, sir.
versus his passive perception.
Which is also a disadvantage.
Oh my god, my passive perception was like 10. You gotta beat a 5.
Nope.
Technically, you beat it.
I mean, yeah.
That depends on whether I like it.
Technically, this difficulty would have been like increased by 5. By like your DC.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. But like, they're nothing. He's dead.
Just slight fire coming out of my mouth every time I snore.
Yeah.
There's like soot underneath his fucking chin as well as drool.
I am going to move the alcohol out of the way if any of it is high percentage.
Fair.
Oh my god, my fire burns hotter, but the cost is hangover.
So
So yeah, no. If that didn't wake him up, he's happy where he is.
he's good where he is. Just leave him there.
You just see ghostly Zara looking at you as you poke me, just standing there waiting for an order.
He's dead, Jim.
You know, sometimes you just need to sleep it off where you are.
Just stares at, like, Zara's just staring at him, unmoving.
That's
By any chance, have any of you guys seen those the COVID special for South Park, the series with Stan?
No.
I have not.
Yeah, I have.
That's what I'm imagining at this moment going through Zara's head.
Alexa.
Alexa, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I go back up to my room.
Okay, as you go to your room, open the door. You do not see your room.
Mm. Oh.
You
Huh.
enter into a large library.
Like, is it just like a dark room when he steps in, but as soon as he closes the door and turns around, he's in the library? Or does he open the door and there's a library?
There is an open door, and like his entire everything around him is different.
Oh. Okay. Oh yes. Let's turn up music.
As you look around, you see a very nice, expanded library with candelabras with half melted waxed candles. What do?
Do I recognize this place?
Roll me a history check.
Is it at disadvantage or normal?
Normal.
Cool.
You recognize this place. This is the library in the Loch of Lowry.
And where?
The Loch of Lowry.
Do I don't know what it is.
It is.
Player.
So Loch of Lowry is actually it's not what it's named anymore. It's named at Kench Manor.
Oh.
Or Bastion de la Kench.
I see.
But it used to be called the Loch of Lowry.
Okay. I will
You recognize this place as one of your patrons. It seems like your memory in here. Well, you don't remember it being this pristine.
so it's all I see is just a lot of books then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I will. Are there any books that catch my eye?
There are many different titles and things of nature dealing with magic, spells, general herbology. alchemy, hexcraft.
What about undeath?
There is a specific book on a pedestal of a dark auburn color.
I'll go up to it.
It is a very old book. Pages, you can tell from the bindings, are stained yellow. Not because of the process of making paper, but just due to the sheer age and use. There is no title. There is no inscription on the cover. It is frayed at the edges, several different pages sticking out as if bookmarked.
I will open up to the bookmarked pages. First,
Inside
I'll look at the first page.
the first page states merely a name. This name is. I just heard something fall in the next room. Hold on.
Okay.
I didn't hear an ow, so I think it's all good.
I mean, they could have just, knocked out outright.
It wasn't heavy enough.
Okay. I'll trust your
didn't
judgment.
it was like one crash, not boom, boom. It
It
was like
wasn't a dull thud.
it was controlled blood. Oh, hello.
Hey, I'm just
Just chillaxing. The name of this is the Sanguine Codex.
Ooh. I would, yeah, I'd like to go to those bookmarked pages.
Bookmark pages intertwined with hemocraft, development of blood magics, things of this nature, as well as creatures that are affected by blood.
That's where my focus is gonna be.
Vampires, Leshens, werewolves, several depictions of different breeds, Nosferatu.
I wanna...
And then you get to a page. The Crimson King.
Okay.
In the passages, they're slightly fuzzy as your vision is twisting and coming back to you, to where you are. Go ahead and roll me investigation. Try and get as much information as you can as your vision is coming back to wherever you are.
Okay.
15.
That's so good for Gallon.
You're able to read quite a bit of the passage as you're rushing with your thoughts racing upon you. The Crimson King, the god of blood magic, and the creator of lesser idols. Through the blood, many things have changed. Curses, blessings, and such as the like, as well as the shaping of Hemocraft. In those lesser idols, you see several names. Not true names, but more like monikers. And then you see the Fanged King. Prime. And then you see branches. Names. Some you can't make out, some scratched out, leading down into a large family tree, almost like a riddle or a puzzle, stretching down through bloodlines. As many different species seems to be labeled underneath each of these names. Until you reach a specific name. Teldus Pryor. Dampier. As your vision comes to, and you are currently flipping through Quill's book.
Wait. I got until I reach a specific name. My internet went out. I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. Until you reach a specific name, Teldus Pryor. Dampier. Status unknown. Danger great. Last seen location. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Albion Dominion.
And
as you
is that
come,
all?
and as you come to, you are currently standing in front of what looks to be the nightstand, holding on to Quill's book, looking through it.
Okay. Alan's going to I'm gonna shut the book and well, first I'm gonna flip through it again, and it's just Quill's book, right?
It's just Quill's book.
Yeah, he's gonna close it and put it back to Quill. Or give it back to him.
Quill's sleeping currently.
Yeah, no, he's gonna put it back where it was.
Mm-hmm. All right. Put it back to the nightstand as you notice that you once again were daydreaming. Your body's still in motion as your mind was taken somewhere else.
Okay. Okay.
For what reason, you don't know. But you do know that did not feel like your memory.
Alan's gonna. He's gonna lay in bed. Yeah. Think about what he just saw. Well, actually, no. He's gonna immediately take out his journal and he's gonna start writing in it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna put Teldus Prior Dump here. Alright. And then I guess he's. Does Gallon have time for a long rest? Or no?
To get a long rest, you would have to be sleep for till 9 in the morning.
A long rest is at least 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah. So at minimum, it would be 7. 7 in the morning.
And yeah, Gallon's gonna try to get that amount of sleep.
Okay. As you get to that sleep, as these strange visions fade from your mind as you contemplate everything, you get a long rest. Everybody gets back up. Akir, your hangover requires one more Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Alright.
Bellows like a champ. You have a little bit of a migraine, but not to the point of it being a detriment.
I ain't no bitch. I didn't drink enough.
Possibly. So, it is the day of Founders Day.
Oh, Timmy.
Akira needs a malt with his breakfast eggs. What? You'll find this bottle of Guinness.
Did Callum get a room?
And he's around.
Yeah, Callum's around, but like they didn't get a room.
Colson's been up since about 5,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just been contemplating what they're going to do today because they're on a time crunch right now.
Mm-hmm. The festivities of Founders Day starts at. Okay. Goodbye then.
Fuck this, I'm out.
Fuck this, I'm out. I don't want anybody see my face.
Huh? Oh, I turned the camera on, probably.
Yeah.
I'm back on the computer.
Okay. So, the festivities start, like the debates and things like that, like at 6. That's when the Lantern Festival begins.
Then I would probably once I heard them start setting up at like 5:30 or something like that, getting ready to debate, I'd probably go outside to see if I can't hawk.
6 in
To,
the 6 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, that's really early. Nobody's gonna be there.
Yeah, 6 in the afternoon is when everything.
Then no, I won't do that. I'll just wait for Bellows to wake up. But also, she's just going to be thinking about this Mr. Black character. And trying to figure out who they are and stuff like that. So it's just at the forefront.
Their angle.
Yeah.
All right. So waiting for everyone to get up. It's about 8 until Bellows gets up.
About that time for
Yeah.
Francis too.
Mhm. So as you all collectively get together and I'm assuming find a room
Yeah,
to discuss
probably.
business. There is a knock at the door of the large room, which Holson and Bellows share.
Okay. I'll go answer.
Hello. As you see Callum.
Oh, hi. Um, are we ready to find this man? Or
That's wholly dependent on you and your group.
I think I'm not really sure what the others did because they were asleep when we got back, but
So let's get them.
yes. Bellows,
Yes,
if you
yes, yes,
knock on
yes.
that door, and she'll point to the door that Gallon and Quill, since they share a room. If you knock on that door, I'm sure Gallon will wake up.
I'll get
And
the
I'll
door.
get Bellows. Time to wake up.
Mhm. Bellows gets up and is like, "Ugh, I'm up, I'm up.
Feels
Hey,
like you had fun last night.
I got to the bed. Oh
You
yes.
did not.
Oh, then how did I get up here?
Wholesale, just very she's just gonna put her arm, she's in that flex motion, I'm strong. I can lift things, you know?
So you helped me into bed.
I You
How s-
did.
Oh,
Well,
thank you.
couldn't let you sleep on the floor. So
If I was you, if I was in the other position, I'd probably put you back in bed, or leave you there to, you know, think about your mistakes.
did you think about your mistakes?
I have a lot of mistakes.
Let's
Either
go
way, I'm
downstairs.
up, and I will change.
Yes. Um, I'll head downstairs and grab a table, order some pancakes and waffles.
Okay. Galen, you hear a knock upon your door as you see Quill getting ready for the day, like pruning and preening
Preening.
his feathers,
Pruning. Shriveling.
pruning, shrill. Just due to the social anxiety of answering a door. Um,
Galen will stretch, get up.
Quivering and quaking under the pressure.
Hail blood.
Hmm. Yeah. Galen will go up and open the door.
Hello.
Hi.
We're convening downstairs, I'm thinking.
All right. I'll be down there in a minute.
Okay. And just walks.
So how'd you sleep, Quill?
I am anxious. But other than that, with my staff in hand, um, and made sure
The
that,
afraid.
Galen will smile when he says that.
and I may or may not have asked a friend to make sure the door and the window stays closed.
That's That's fair. Well, next time I won't leave you up here alone. If
I
that'll-
would greatly appreciate it. And once again, Gallon, uh, thank you.
no problem. Just glad we got it back.
Me too. Um, I can't thank you enough. I'm gonna prep some spells.
All right.
Enlarge and jump, and then like begins to prep some spells.
Two of my favorites.
Yep, and then makes those spell scrolls. The ones that Akir has become inert, basically just turn into paper.
What did he ask?
Didn't know if you were going to do something.
Eat the
Refreshed him.
paper.
Okay. You choke on a paper ball.
Not burn it.
You choke on ash.
Out of rage. How dare it?
All right.
Yeah, Gallon will put on his armor and head down.
Okay, everybody convenes back downstairs at a table. And,
Francis, actually, when he wakes up and gets his things ready, which takes him a minute, he has Palmer on his hand, his turret on his back, and when he sees everyone convening downstairs, he actually gives everyone a polite nod and says, good, everyone's here. Hopefully all of you aren't waiting on a powwow. There's one more thing I need to check in town before I can comfortably say I've checked everything.
What's that?
I'm going to go see if I can find something very big, very metallic. I think I have the tool to use it. If everyone wants to follow me, they can, but I'm going to try my best to make it quick.
I'll come.
There's a time limit.
I will
It takes
also
me about-
note there is a range
Yep.
on the remote. I forgot to mention.
I'm not worried about using the remote at the moment.
No, it's something that I specifically have in my sticky note right here.
Would I know that range?
Yes, 120 feet.
Okay. In that case, what I will do is like, all right, I'm sorry, like I said, just the last thing I need to check, just to make sure I have all of my information prepared and ready to tell you what I found out yesterday.
Okay. Just know that I'm going after.
It'd take me about 20 minutes at most.
20 minutes is good.
All right, come on.
Let's go. Let's go, Francis.
Francis will then proceed to walk to the spot where he remembered the compass looked for, or told him the momentum was. And he stands here. Like, as you're walking, if you ask him any questions, Francis is walking with a very clean focus. And he doesn't respond.
Who went with Francis?
Gallon.
I mean, I'll go with Francis.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go.
Does Quill come along?
Quill does come along. And Callum comes along with a plate of waffles.
But yeah, no, Francis is like just taking point on this escapade of people as he walks through that spot again. And without saying a word, he casts Locate Object on the Jabberwock automaton.
Aha. Interesting thing of note.
Yep.
It does not spin.
Does not spin.
It does not point you in a direction. Because there is a range on Locate Object.
Pretty small, actually.
Yep. So what Francis is going to proceed to do, he's going to look. So is this the center road? Does it have? Is it a crossroads? As in, there's a path going north, south, east, and west.
Yep. It is a 5-pointed road.
On our way in, is there a particular place in this town where there were very large buildings, warehouses, a collection of them?
There is warehouses near the Northern Market District. There is large buildings in this area in general, as it is a growing, what seems to be like just general cityscape. There is the large notable clock tower nearby, as
Which
well
I
as
would be in range of if it were up there, which I know it's not.
Yep, within 1,000 feet.
Yep. So Francis, on the only hunch he's got, is going to start walking north. As fast as his little legs can carry him.
All right. You walk north for a good 7 minutes, and there is nothing.
I keep going until it stops, until I know the spell has stopped.
You keep going, and there is no sense until the spell completely ends. There is no sense for this large object,
Yep.
which you are very familiar with.
Francis just proceeds to let out another frustrated, "God damn it!" Alright. Seeing as we walked, I'm pretty sure far from where everyone was. Like, or not where everyone, as in the group, like, just from general population and foot traffic. It's either I guessed wrong out of 4 potential directions, or my original theory may not be correct. Alrighty then, I'm sorry for wasting everyone's time. I just had a hunch.
That's fine, of course. But let's see if we can't find that Mr. And I'm gonna look around. Is there anyone around us? Anyone following us?
Roll me a perception check.
Not at disadvantage, but 15.
15. There does not seem to be anyone immediately around you that seems suspicious.
Okay.
And seem to be tailing you guys. You're very much a kind of eclectic group, so there are eyes on you. But they're usually like passing by or like curious glances, and they go on to their business.
Okay, well, do we want to maybe find Mr. Black? See if we can
Well, before that,
at least put a finger on him before the talk.
well, I think we should all talk and figure out a game plan beforehand. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get back to the tavern and find a place quiet so we can talk. Because I think I have some information you might like. Speaking of your trip yesterday, was it productive?
Oh, yes, it was. To a degree. I got something to talk to Sifney, and
That's good.
it's more so that she put me on to Mr. Black. Well, the way that we talked put me on to it.
Well, in that case, save it for when we have a chance to talk.
Sure.
And
Okay.
we'll make our way back to the tavern and go up to one of the rooms. Francis will offer his if no one else does.
All right. So, you all head back, gather yourselves in a room big enough for all of you.
Alrighty then. Would you like me to start, Holson, or would you like to?
You start.
Alright. So, to put it bluntly, what I was looking for just a bit ago was the Jabberwock automaton. The big, massive in scale, basically serpent dragon.
Okay.
Couldn't find it. Now, that means, again, one of a few things. One, when I decided to walk north to the warehouses, or at least where I knew where there were places, a majority of places big enough to house the Jabberwock, and I'll get to the reason why I'm pretty sure it was housed somewhere, and just guessed wrong out of 3 other potential directions. Or 2, it's been either modified or some sort of substance, or it's someplace specifically designed to hide it from spells like Find Object.
It
Now,
tells me that that's a strong possibility.
that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm still holding on to my theory of what's about to happen, but all in due time. Where we started that search when I first cast the spell with my compass, that particular spot has meaning because, in particular, there is an item I know that Robert Stein has, or should have, on his person, something that I'm sure would be very valuable to him. And where we were standing is where the compass started finding it, as in beneath ground. Or specifically, we all recall, where the garden is, underneath the city.
Yes.
So
Yes.
unfortunately, due to yesterday, was unable to follow up on that lead, seeing as we did not have a key. But I digress. That's when it comes to all that. I know the Jabberwock is in hiding currently, potentially somewhere where we cannot find it, because yesterday we went into the clock tower. We found evidence of it being Robert Stein's little workshop, housing both the dirigible, where luckily, and hopefully in due time will be useful, we're able to find the remote to the 3 automatons, as well as a large, I guess you could call it, staging area for the Jabberwock mech, getting a scope in its scale of how actually big this thing is. And is it large, huge, or gargantuan?
Huge.
It's huge. About huge in size. Which, based on what I've learned, is going to be potentially dangerous for whatever the person who took it, which they did take it via teleportation magic, has taken. The same thing happened in Robert's house. Remember when we were in there, there was a lot of dried blood that ended
Yes.
at the fireplace? Teleported away.
Yeah, that fits.
Yep. With that being said, one thing that was of note, or that I noticed earlier as soon as we left the clock towers, there was also an earthquake, or a shaking of the earth, rather, not so severe as an earthquake, which brought concern to me, knowing that the city stays atop of a gigantic chasm. So something to note, that there's something going on below. But other than other specific details, I have my theories, but we'll see what changes when you tell me what you found out.
Well, no. All we really found out was, I asked why I wasn't able to see things. I found out that, Sydney was actually, the Bloody Siren, which is cool. And she's one of the 2 protectors that actually know about this plan. Most of the conversations linked around, the applicant, and making sure that really the company could keep moving, or not the whole thing could just keep moving. but causing. I think Mr. Black is doing something to make sure that he gets what he wants, essentially. And I don't know what it is. And I don't know how he's doing it. But it's got to be him. And we have got to stop him. So my goal today is to find him.
Well, at least we're all more or less on the same page, Holson, because Mr. Black is currently the top of our suspect list, from what we've been able to dig up on him, which, all in all, isn't much. But nonetheless, he still resides in the highest state of who we suspect is behind everything.
I was thinking of maybe talking to the mayor candidate today. Just briefly, maybe keeping an eye on him.
Oh, you mean, the dwarf?
Sure, is that his name?
No, it's, fuck, me as a player forgot. Started with an A.
Ardor.
Yeah. Ardor. He's a bit of a character. Kind of reminds me of the people I used to deal with back in Newland Bay when it was Newland Bay. So, if that tells you anything.
Does. But he's shady, so...
Yeah. He's a businessman and who wants to be a politician. That screams shady.
So, and she'll open it up to the floor, essentially. What's our plan for the day? But who wants to go where?
So, beyond whatever's going to happen, and this is the best I could think of, whatever's going to happen is going to happen during the debate.
Yes.
Where the most people are gathered in one singular spot.
But I don't want to wait that long.
Well, that's the thing. We have that long to prepare. Because, unfortunately, we don't know enough to stop everything. That being said, I have a feeling, and this is why I tried looking for the Jabberwock in its entirety, was because I have a feeling that whatever is going to happen is going to happen then, and a lot of people are going to be in danger. But at the same time, that earth shaking has me concerned. And I feel like something's going to be happening in the garden at the same time. Now...
Okay.
Huh?
Continue.
Now, I don't know about everyone here, but the idea of something happening above where everyone is gathered, and I'm pretty sure it has to do with this Jabberwock automaton, I can't shake the feeling that a lot of people are in danger.
Yes.
The original...
Correct.
Yep. That being said, though, we can't ignore what's going down in the garden, because that also is a danger to the city.
I think if you take care of one problem, the other problem will fix itself.
Unfortunately, I
Because if you
don't...
take care of this Mr. Black character, as long as we find the man that belongs in the garden, he can fix it.
Personally, I don't
We
think
just
it's
have to
that
find
simple.
him. Well, I don't think it's that simple either, but this man is... He's the one who knows how to do it. It's going to take time, of course, but that's how it's fixed.
Yeah.
We have to find him.
The thing is, I'm pretty sure the Jabberwock is going to be a distraction, but nonetheless a dangerous one that's been modified to act on its own inhibitions. which means, again, solving the only way this problem is going to be solved is if we solve both problems at the same time. Which is that's the concerning part. See, the thing is, I want desperately to go down below to try and find Robert. But
Think he's down below?
I know. I have a very strong feeling that he's below. From everything that we learned about him, the item that I was looking for would be something very near and very dear to him. Something that he would do anything to keep on his person, especially in a dangerous situation. So I'm confident that he's down below, being held prisoner for one reason or another, or hiding for the right moment. Either way, he's down below. But I can't in good conscience go down knowing that I have this, and I'll show everyone the remote, and I may be the only one who would be able to help people should the Jabberwock attack.
Okay.
So, what does the remote do?
It controls the 3 automatons. The statue in the middle of the fountain, the dirigible inside the clock tower, as well as the Jabberwock itself. It does have a limited range, but I'm worried that the Jabberwock has been modified in the at least couple days it's been in the presence of, or been in the possession of potentially this Mr. Black and any constituents he might have. Probably modified by magic or by technology, neither of which I can say at the moment. Now, the entire Jabberwock thing is just a theory. It may not come to pass. But from seeing the schematics, this thing is dangerous. And from understanding the story behind it and the situation and everything that ties it to the city, whatever is going to happen, and the only reason why the Jabberwock would be stolen is to be used at that moment.
Well, we have until 6 o'clock, so if we want to, we can go take a look underground. And it only takes a couple of hours.
Grant just kind of scratches the back of his head. See, the thing is, there's a lot of things that need to be prepared for that, though. And we don't know if we go in, we'll be able to come back out in time.
No, but it's at 6 o'clock and it is, 9? I think we'll be fine. We can just go take a peek. And if anything, we can double back the other way. We could always go back to Bastion, and there's a door there. There's ways out in a pinch. We just have to get there.
Grant just stands there. So what does everyone else think, though, now that everything more or less has been said?
Our path is clear. We know of a great danger and a great asset below ground, and only speculations above. We must head below, to find your ally, and to eliminate this corrupt guardian if we can.
Well, don't eliminate him. He needs help.
If he can be cleansed, then do it, but if not, then he must be destroyed.
He cannot be destroyed.
Many have believed the same.
No, he cannot be destroyed. If he dies, so does the guy. So he cannot be destroyed. If that flame goes out, so does everything else.
You mean the fey manipulation goes? This place returns to normal? Is that so bad?
I'm pretty sure what would happen if that flame goes out, again, just a theory, the city comes down.
The city is coming down anyway. If we do nothing, it will fall. If we try something, we have a chance to save it.
think we should kill the Bastion.
No. If we can avoid killing him, then we should. But if we have no choice, we cannot let someone like him fall to evil.
I think Callum holds the same stance. When I look over.
I think
If anybody can cleanse him, should be Galen. He has purification powers unseen. His ability to remove disease, corruption, poisons.
It's a lot. That's a lot of poison there. It's a lot of corruption.
It's worth a shot.
So we must get started.
I think we should find the man first. That way he can at least help.
We're gonna need the Bastion's help if we can save him against whatever it is this mechanical being has in store for us.
What about you, Galen? What do you think?
I mean, I don't like that there are a bunch of people that are probably going to be at risk, but you're probably right. Underground is probably the way to go.
And finally, Callum. You're an unknown fighter here. Do you have anything that can help us clean the Bastion?
How did you
How did I work?
how did you cleanse this corruption?
Me?
Yes.
I neutralized a disease. I will I'll like make my hands glow like with the light of the heat of the lay on hands.
Curious. I do also have a similar ability. So,
My theory is that we must weaken the Bastion enough to where he can be purified. And if both Galen and Callum have the ability to do the purification, that is our best chance.
Maybe we could how does yours work, Callum?
I lay upon my hands upon the creature and exude some of the energies from the Harrisfolk.
From the what?
Harrisfolk, my patron.
I see.
It should also be stated that my summon Zara can also cure diseases and poisons.
So, there's a greater chance.
I will say this: it wasn't easy. There was something else to it. I couldn't tell what it was. There's something deeper than just neutralizing it.
So we have few chances.
Yeah.
I have very limited in this ability. I could probably try 4 times before it's completely rendered useless.
I have 5 times.
Twice.
0.
Well, I also have a spell that might help, but I don't know.
Well,
It's well, I'm 7 tries if I want to use my spells.
okay.
Maybe.
Let me
Well,
know
you
before you
don't want
attempt.
to use them all.
Let me know before you attempt to do it. I will save my magical bolstering for then.
All right.
But if we want to go underground, we need to go
Now.
soon.
Sooner rather than later. Francis is just kind of standing there and deep in thought.
So, just as a reminder, when you went down there last time, there was a bit of a time shift. Things above ground went a lot faster than it did below. You went in the morning, and then when you came out, it was already brisking on night.
We're only down there for a potential hour.
So, that is something that you would know of.
Well, Akita believes we should head straight there.
Yep. We're just letting you know and refreshing your memory.
Yeah, it's either do that or do nothing. So,
Yep.
because I don't know where this guy is.
Yep.
And you're sure he's below? You're sure?
He said he was absolutely certain. If so, then it must be true.
If I were to give it a number out of 100, I'd give it about 80%.
Good enough for me.
Quite large.
I'm only saying this because, well,
The reason
we
why
go
I
down
believe
there.
that is because the object that I would be looking for, i.e., you can find items yourself. Yes, Callum?
Yes, I was able to help with the staff and made friends.
Well, then here, I'll hand him the paperwork about the details for the item.
Gallon will nod to Callum when he says that. Or, well, when they say that.
Yeah, no, what you're looking for is the Fortuna Momentum.
Curious.
It is something that was given to him by someone who I'm pretty sure he cares a lot about. So, from the things that I'm confident that he would keep on his person at all times, this is the most valuable to him. Not only because of what it can do, but because of who gave it to him. And I'm sure you find Robert, you'll find Mr. Black.
Yes, this Mr. Black character puzzles me.
And even if it's not Mr. Black, which his behavior has been both potentially very helpful or very hurtful, depending on how you look at it, whoever is behind it is where you'll find, I'm sure is where you'll find Robert down there.
Indeed.
So do you think he's on the other side, or?
We'll see.
This just might be an issue, so let's
Yeah.
just move fast.
Are you asking me to perform this ritual?
When
would
you
like
have the
to when we get
opportunity,
down there. No.
once you all start going down there, because
What's your range?
It's 1,000 feet.
Oh, that's a lot.
that being said, it will be all of you going.
And who shall stay with you?
Whoever wants to. I'm sorry, but knowing just how fast time can fly, I can't leave everyone's safety at risk, knowing what I know. Above all else, Olson, Callum, both of you need to go down. Gallon, I think you should go with them. Absolutely. Everyone else, it's your determination of where you want to go.
I believe we should go down. It's a bad idea to split up now.
I understand, but if I go down there and I found out that everyone up here got hurt when I could have done something, the only one who could do something, I didn't take it.
But then you live with it and you move on. Everyone has regrets. No hero is
Unfortunately.
perfect.
No hero is perfect, but unfortunately, based on everything I've ever been taught in my life, I can't ignore it. Even if it's me by myself, I'll do so.
You're a very honorable creature.
It comes and goes from what I'm told.
Orson. I guess. Do you still desire to go down?
Of what? I just. Yes, because I do feel maybe, but.
I agree. People need to go down.
I could stay up.
Okay, Quill. Well,
In case there's
And,
combat down there, we need Gallon and Bellows.
I have these scrolls that you can take with you, and I can watch his back.
Give me scroll.
Here you go, Akira. It's the ones you said.
The jump and large.
Yep.
Cool.
Francis will also give everyone. Hold on, let me double check my numbers because I have a lot. I will give you all 3 greater healing potions.
I'll take one because I'm planning to cast an 8 on them, so I'm gonna need some buffer.
And then I'll give you 2 regular health potions.
I'll take the 2 regular health.
I'll take a greater.
And the rest of you can have greater.
Alright, so I'll take 2 graders then because I plan on healing you all.
That leaves me with 3 health potions for myself and whoever stays up here, and 1 blimberry juice.
Alright, so 2
regular sweet.
Greater. And you gave us 3 normal?
2 regular health potions, 3 greater.
Take a regular.
Let's see, do I have anything else that could help you all out?
The conjure animals would actually be very useful here.
I'll give you the 2 scrolls, the shatter and the conjure. Actually, no.
The conjure we need to bolster our numbers if we get into a fight with the Bastion. The conjure
all right,
animals
I'll
will
give
be
you the conjure animals. I'll hold on to shatter because I might need that.
Okay.
So you have
Fight a
1
construct,
scroll of conjure animals.
Scroll.
Let's see. I might need the potion of fire breath, but I have a potion of hill giant strength.
I got the fire breath covered.
So it's just going to be Quill and Francis on top, and everybody else going down.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
Of jump.
All right.
And scroll of big small.
Right. So I have the shatter. I'm trying to think what else I have that could be useful for you guys. I have 3 vials of acid if someone wants to take those.
No.
Huh?
No, you're going to be fighting metallic beasts. Acid's going to do more for them.
Alright. Let's see.
I actually have an idea. Like
Yes.
I would like for my steed to come to me. I can communicate telepathically with it 1 mile.
Okay.
And it can tell me things too.
It can. So you can summon the steed.
It actually doesn't. It doesn't go away unless I dismiss it.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, summon it when we leave, not inside the room, because that'll be awkward.
Yeah. Just have a fucking horse just show up in the room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. But
A horse in the hotel.
alright, I actually have an idea of how we can know if down there if shit goes bad up top.
Yeah.
My,
Let's see.
My horse. I can
It's amazing.
communicate with it. It's amazing. It is amazing.
Alright.
Tastes like raisins.
That being said, All right. With that being done, we shall go ahead and start making our way to the entrance, the well.
Okay.
Yep.
I will also,
Was-
since I have a bunch of Dungeoneers and Adventures packs, give you at least 3 more 50-foot ropes.
Okay.
Just in
So-
case.
It does take an hour to get to there. To the well from the center of
Okay.
town. So
I'd,
you-
Quill.
yeah.
Ever ride a horse?
No.
Well, don't worry. She'll listen to you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I want you to take her.
Looks at the shadow of my asthma horse.
Don't worry, she doesn't bite. Unless you're, someone I want you to bite.
Just like big eyes.
She should listen to you. She understands common.
Easy, girl.
I tell her to like lower her head down to him.
She does so.
And then bite at the last minute.
Rip his fucking throat out.
Quick question. What's Gallon's survival?
My survival is a +3.
All right. So before we separate, Francis will summon his turret, because this is the last little bit of help I can really give you guys.
Yeah.
Hold on. For shielding and everybody in party, let me do a few shield pulses to get a good one. Let me try and get at least a 10 or higher. There we go.
This is
So everyone's starting the day with 11, and that ends until the short rest or it's gone. And specifically, just as you guys are leaving, Francis will go, Gallon, before you go.
Oh, what's up?
I will give you the Lantern of Revealing, as well as the Seeker's Compass, the one that I already cast the Locate Object spell from.
Mm-hmm. So, what do these do?
I mean, the Lantern of Revealing will help you find what's trying to hide. And the compass, even though I've used most of the magic, can still help you find something if you're using your tracking skills. And Gallon.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I really do wish I could go down with you guys.
No, I understand. Honestly, I want to be up here, but
Look,
I know I'm needed.
and that's fine. But I need to profess this to you, and I need to make sure. I need you to make sure that Robert stays alive. Not because of any reason, not because of the Bastion, not because of the fire. I don't give a shit about any of those. Just for me. You can make sure he stays alive, so I can talk to him.
Promise
Please
you
do.
I will try my best.
That's all I can ask. Those should help you find them if they are necessary.
Alright. Good luck, Francis.
Good luck to all of you.
Here you go. As Francis, a thing is plopped on your head.
Oh, what?
A bird is plopped onto your head.
Francis looks up. Who gave it to me?
Callum.
Thanks?
They're a fey creature. So, if any funny business, they should squawk. It is a raven. Three-eyed raven.
Is he just gonna? If Francis is kind of like has that like frozen in place, kind of like, is he gonna do anything kind of stance?
Doesn't
Is he
move.
just gonna stay on my head for the rest of the day?
I mean, you can definitely tell them to go somewhere else, but they will stay near you. I've
Cool.
instructed them as such.
Do you
It just
mind?
looks nice and soft on your head.
I appreciate that, buddy. Can you just perch on the horse, maybe?
It flies off and perches on the horse.
What a
Francis.
fucking sight, though, am I right?
Yep.
Three-eyed
Francis-
raven on top of that.
Yeah, Francis kind of shuffles his hair, make sure there's nothing sticky on it because it is a bird.
There isn't.
All right. Have fun, I guess.
Fun.
And then Francis will give Galen one last look as you guys enter into the thing.
Alan will nod at you.
Also, here, take this. And puts it on your like wrist. It's just a bracelet made from like fine strands of fibers.
And may I ask if this is just another trinket or?
It's so I can peek up on you.
Good to know. That might be useful. And yeah,
Yes. If you're injured and knocked out, I could find you.
hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Hopefully.
Francis says with a nervous laugh.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And as they all
You begin to
as
walk.
they all go in and undoubtedly close the door behind them.
But
Uh,
right before it closes, I yell out to Quill, "Stay safe."
I'll keep him safe.
And whoosh. And then Francis is just like,
Good birdie.
yeah. Let's hope he helps out a lot. We got places to go though. Come on.
Also, you short fuckers can get on the horse, so you don't have 25 movement.
I'll give you a boost.
Francis, with his boots of spider climbing, just climbs up the haunches and takes a seat. And hi ho, Shadow, away.
Nobody here's good with horses.
Just it moves. It goes on its way.
This horse has an intelligence of 6.
Instead of a regular horse that has intelligence of 3.
Yeah, this one can actually
Yeah,
understand
so-
language.
So yeah, no. To be honest, Francis, how tall is the clock tower?
The clock tower is about 7 stories tall. Actually, no, it's taller than that.
Great.
Going to the peak of it, like the very tip top, that is 11 stories.
Alright, so nowhere near in range for the dirigible. So the dirigible is out of the picture, because there'd be no way for me to hide that thing.
You don't know.
Oh.
You know you can move it.
I know I can move it, but there'd be no place for me to hide it where I suspect the Jabberwock to appear.
Possible, yeah.
Yeah. It would have to be on top of a roof, and even still, it may not be within the 120 feet range, which is why Robert decided to design it so that he could write it himself. That part of the design makes sense to me now. But yeah, so that's besides the point. Francis and Quill with a demon shadow horse will take a out of the way spot overlooking where the debate is going to start and just kind of keep an eye out.
There's quite a bit of hustle and bustle and things like that.
Yep.
There is a woman, a young woman, near the tavern, actually looking around, trying to find someone.
I mean, unless they ask.
She's got a blonde hair and is somewhat similar looking to the woman in your paintings.
Francis will look around for a second. Huh. He will hop off of the horse and kind of like jog over to the woman. Excuse me, miss. Excuse me. Do you need help?
I'm actually looking for someone. I heard that they were around here. A woman named Holson. She had a very large red tiefling woman with her.
Yeah. About that. Can I ask why?
She left me a lot of things to think about, and I brought with me a few more of the stories.
Francis.
From my father.
Francis will look up at the time. You know what? I'm probably your best chance at getting a hold of her, actually, if it's to be believed. She's currently in a strange place, is the best way I could describe at the moment. But would you care to share these stories with me?
Sure. My name's Ivy.
Ivy, the other.
Ivy Hollow.
Francis. And Francis tilts his head a little bit as he's waiting for a reaction. Francis Stein.
Strange. You mentioned a Robert Stein.
That was not the Robert Stein in question is not who I'm talking about, but that's the same name as my father.
I see. Either way, I have some of the stories, and
yeah, by all means, let's.
I actually found some more on what happened.
I'm interested to hear. It might actually shed some light on some things. Might be helpful, actually. Yes, let's go ahead and please. And Francis will guide her into the thing while Quill puts the horse and the raven up.
Okay. So while this is happening, the group goes down the stairs with a small bioluminescence. It is slightly different since the last time you came here. That glorious blue light with green ebbing from it is now more of a violet. Somewhat curling and crawling and clutching at the stones and the surrounding area. Leaking of water drips down and down the walls as the clattering of your footsteps on this hewn stone goes down deeper into the tunnels. A sense of weight and heaviness grips you as what seems to be spores litter the air like a fine mist or dust.
Can I put like a something to cover my nose?
You certainly can.
Okay. Yeah.
Does everybody else follow suit?
I don't
No.
know if I have anything that can do that. So,
I mean, you breathe slight fire out of your nostrils. There's no spores getting in there.
oh, also should be said that I have light cast on my sword because no dark vision.
Gotcha. Like cast on your sword,
No mask because fire breath. Fuck it.
fire breath, because you don't want to fucking keep that in.
I will just, not breathe.
Not breathe.
I just choose not.
It's that easy.
Callum brings the scarf up over their nose and mouth. Bellows just rips some cloth and makes a bandana out of some of her like rags and things.
Before she does that, can I just hand her mine?
Sure.
You hand her yours, Roma, when she
As
starts
she's like
ripping her.
mid-rip. Thank you.
Francis can fix that.
Too little, too late.
It'll be fine.
Cool. Fix
Gets
that.
to wrap your bandana around her face. Don't you need one?
Nope.
The raised eyebrow. And like, not licentious, but like, what is it called? Very, just press X to doubt look.
I'll explain later.
I hope you do. No need for unnecessary things. Okay, so who's leading the charge?
I mean, fucking I will. Yeah, unless Holson wants to.
I'll be. Oh, you can go 2 by 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
me and
using the
Darlington lead.
tokens, healing yourselves up.
Am I still not healed?
Nope.
Yeah, of course not. 48.
You just really subbed your leg on the way down.
You know.
I don't know. Where do you guys want? Where do you want the guy with the big light spell at?
I want him in the back.
Really? All your silhouette shining.
His fucking ass is in the caboose. Bright ass motherfucker.
All you gotta do is not be here.
Just don't do it.
How about just not?
Can you choose no?
Press X and no. There's a gallon in front.
Gallon up front.
Alan and Holson.
Bellows will hold the rear.
Put Bellows in the middle because with her reach, she can attack anyone.
That's fair. These fine people here. Are you going to preemptively summon Zara?
No, I'm gonna save her until so she doesn't die during the attempts at whatever. I'll summon her if I need to, but I will cast aid.
Okay, you'll cast aid.
So plus 10 HP to fucking 3 of you. You guys fight over it.
I want it.
All right, he gets one.
Okay.
Also, do you want
I'll
the other
take
one?
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's one left.
Give it to Bellows.
All right.
Or yourself, pal.
Fuck it.
Actually, probably yourself would be the best.
Bellows is also hurt.
Bellows is a barbarian.
But this man heals.
Oh, Bellows is missing HP of some sort. She has another bar.
Those are temps.
Alright, so. Alright, fine. I put it myself. Everyone else can deal with it.
Well,
Because I was told I wasn't really given an option.
Mm.
I cast it on
There you
blue.
go.
There, blue plus 10 HP.
no!
No?
That would be funny as fuck. Not
Hey,
gonna lie.
blue needs help.
He has only like 7 less hit points than a gamer.
Yeah.
Blue's doing great.
But no, I don't summon. I'm gonna wait until we need Zora before I summon her.
Okay,
Definitely gonna summon her as a
Nice.
healer, though.
that is fair.
Let's just
So-
put her over here because she's gonna be there eventually.
So you make your way down the steps and you meet the first conjunction. I guess I should probably cast my spell, yes?
Does it also aid?
No.
But it will aid us.
I usually work alone, so I don't have much in the ways of helpful things that are not reactionary or last long. But as she
She.
yeah,
When did we figure this out?
None of us have.
none of you have. I've been saying they the entire time.
Why is your voice suddenly sound feminine to me?
I don't know.
I can
Maybe because I finally said she and fucked up.
I can smell the estrogen.
I was hoping no one caught it, Lycan.
Yep.
How the hell
No,
am
I
not
caught
gonna...
it. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I will call you
I was
out
like,
on your bullshit.
interesting.
I heard it, Lycan. I now know there's a woman in there.
This is yeah.
And I'm
So?
gonna be weird about it.
Yeah, you're already starting good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll
as-
drink some applesauce of that.
And some cognac. Applesauce and cognac. It's the most interesting combination that I kind of want to try, but no.
What's stopping you? Do you work tonight?
I don't have cognac. Or applesauce.
Those are two big things stopping you, man.
As they begin to cast Locate Object. As they pull out a map and a little bit of a stone on a string. This way.
Where are we going?
You are going to go right.
Isn't that the way we went, isn't that the way we went last time?
No.
No, we went left.
Fuck, I don't know.
We get to go to the spooky,
The place
Diamond
that we
mine.
weren't supposed to go.
I can only
Yeah.
see 40 feet.
Oops.
Next concentration, so. Oh, does anyone want to go fast?
Nope.
Me. Oh my god, yes.
Nope. We have much to lose by rushing ahead.
Just keep going
Is
forward.
is it Longstrider?
Yes.
It's called Long Strider.
Yes.
You know, I could also cast that.
Oh my god.
It's such a good spell.
It's such a good spell. That Gallon loved it when Gwilly cast it on him.
Oh, wait, I don't have that. I have jump instead. Never mind. The heck?
I can cast it on multiple people.
Oh my god.
If it comes down to it, then sure, but as of right now, let's just focus and find
We'll
the
never say
person.
no.
I'm getting conflicting answers, so I'll keep going.
Yeah, no, keep going, but I'm just saying, I'll never say no to that.
You never say no to anything.
Well, I didn't say no.
And
I would love to go so fast.
They start to lead you to the right, where foliage is a lot more heavy. as you enter in. There are several large clusters of fungus growing from the side of the wall like small little platform toadstools, about 3 inches in length and 5 inches in width, all layering over each other as it is seemingly digging in and breaking down the stone that it's connected to. Like small little tumors that are growing out of the corridor. As you go further and further in, leading to a path that winds and wanes, a large amount of time passes. As 30 minutes pass, as you enter in and you see what seems to be more of a natural cave. An opening.
Is it dark?
It is dark, but luckily there's light behind you shining through.
Does it do before Akir gets here? Can I kind of glance around and see if I notice any movement?
You can definitely roll me a perception check.
10. That's
You do not
great.
seem to see anything of note.
Can I also make a perception check? But I want to listen.
You want to listen. All right, roll me a perception check at advantage.
Okay, and gonna use my ear cuff. I'm not a vampire.
Ear cuff.
Yeah, look at that, max.
Near max, yeah.
All right, so that is a +5 bonus to this. Bam, 27.
27.
Jesus.
With your enhanced hearing and other such details, you are able to hear fluttering of wings as well as scrunching of what sounds like fibers, as well as a muttering voice collecting their thoughts, seemingly somewhat pacing and trying to fiddle with certain things of a small nature.
I will stop everyone and tell them what I hear.
Okay, you stop everyone and let everybody know.
Where's the muttering coming from?
I hear nothing.
Which direction is the muttering coming from?
Yeah, what direction
Further
is
down
it?
the corridor to the left.
Okay.
Say this.
Guess that's where we're
As
going.
there's a curve in the bend where you actually see light coming out.
It's not me.
I'm going to apparate my sword. And just have it out, just in case.
All right.
I'm going to draw my sword like a normal person.
Okay. Are we going to fight now?
Just in case. I'm just being cautious.
I see. And they are going to use Divine Sense. There's undeath near there.
I will use my divine sense.
Too late. She
To
already
see
did.
what
They already
he-
did.
I know. I want to see what they
Yes.
saw.
Well,
Alright.
okay.
You can save it.
I have.
Yeah, save it.
I have a lot of these. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, but
So, The divine sense is that of an undead nature, but it is not wholly undead. It is faint presences.
Oh, so they're like dead inside. Okay.
You can take that information as you will. But there is to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any that is not behind total cover. So you sense the presence within a 60-foot radius.
Guess
All
we
right.
slowly keep walking down the corridor
All right.
towards the light. I'll tell Akir to turn this light off.
I won't be able to see.
Hold someone's hand.
Hold someone's hand.
I'll give you my hand.
Thank you. Also, I can't turn off the spell. It's not concentration. It lasts for an hour no matter what.
Oh, God.
Fucking.
I
Can
could
cover
dispel
it out? Uh,
That's a waste of a third level spell slot. Let's not.
The second level.
The spell magic a third.
Oh,
Third
well.
level.
and let's not waste that one.
I'll just put my sword away. I'll put it in the sheath.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll get rid of the...
It does. it covers the entire blade, so yeah, it does.
Okay, I just sheath my sword.
Holding your hand is now Callum.
How big is they compared to me?
They are 5'8".
Oh. Okay, well, you know. Not that bad, I guess.
They're shorter than Holson.
Only a foot smaller than me.
Yeah, they're slightly shorter than Holson.
No, actually, only 2.5 feet smaller than me.
Yeah, they are 5'8", without the hat and the horns.
On my knees, they didn't fly.
Some of my knees.
Alright,
So,
now
after
we keep walking towards the light.
after dragging you through, Callum also pulls out their blade, which is completely brass.
Oh god, she didn't kill me.
With a weird mirror-like sheen to it.
Well, at least we know it's a clean blade.
Mm-hmm. As you step forward, you see into the area, which seems to be a
Wait, what do we see? You cut out.
into the area. I'm just about to describe it.
Oh.
It seems to be a large domed room, nearly spherical, with a tall cylinder going straight up, where there's multiple gems as well as seemingly small little pyres of witchlight collecting nearby as mushroom-like creatures begin to patrol and move things around as they are pulling blackened gems and solidifying them and giving them to small pixies that seem very similar to the ones that you have fought before, as they take the gems into small rat-like tunnels off somewhere else. And in the far corner, or far end of this dome-like structure, is what seems to be a cage made from dark iron. And what seems to be solid, like, oak, keeping them caged, and inside as they are seemingly messing with something. Creature has a bald head, mole-ish like features with a small little bit of a snout with a large wispy mustache coming from it. As well as wearing very tiny clothes, seemingly well made, as near them is something that's out of reach that seems to be the object that was described and located. As you enter into this area, the fungal creatures turn to see your party, which did not stealth,
Nope.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, me.
and begins to lurch towards your direction, and that is where we'll end tonight.
I got my sword, so if you're lurching, I'm attacking.
So why
Actually-
exactly did I get rid of my light spell again?
Are they lurching hostily?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I just want to make sure. So yeah, I'm at the front. I'm attacking. That's my goal. That's why I took out my sword.
actually, there is one other thing that we will do. It will be going back to Francis.
All right.
Before we get stuck in like a 3-hour battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Francis, you were told the stories and also given what seems to be a piece of wood covered in resin.
Would I know what the piece of wood is for?
This is what actually is left found in my father's items. This is what's left of my grandmother's sword.
Huh.
The real one. It's but a splinter, but it's covered in this strange resin.
Hmm. This might be useful. Thank you.
Yes, I wanted to talk to her about the creatures.
What creatures?
Yes, the creatures. They're Jabberwock and the Veiled Rat.
And what did you need to talk to her about?
Well, the Jabberwock was a creature that only had a few weaknesses.
And what were those?
Well, it was my grandmother's sword was able to stop it from coming back. Many weapons broke through its heart and crushed its skull and things of that nature, but it always came back.
Hmm.
Its eyes and gurgling of nonsense and madness brought most people to their knees, unable to do anything.
Hmm.
But the most terrifying thing is that it was just a beast. Powered by a creature veiled in shadow.
Hmm.
But
I'll have to keep that in mind. Thank you.
yes, I don't know how much helpful that is, but There's also
right.
something to be said about the Bastion.
Uh-huh.
He's made of a similar material of my grandmother's blade, but in the form of a shield.
Huh.
He's very much resistant, and he's able to overcome most.
Huh.
There is no flame can really char his hide. At least from the stories. That's why they were effective against the Jabberwock.
I see.
But he does have a weak point. Or a flaw.
Uh-huh. What would that be?
He has to be in a place that's warm.
He doesn't like the cold.
Yes. So, I don't know what use that is to you, so I don't know
Oh,
how you
no, I
get
mean,
that to them.
there's always something to learn from stories. Just, here, thank you for bringing that to me. I'll give me an opportunity to mull it over, and I'll be sure to get that information to Holston as soon as I can. Just, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Purely hypothetical. What would you do in a situation where the Jabberwock came out, seemingly from nowhere?
I help as many people as I can, but I'm not my grandmother. I don't have that strength.
Just as a moment of, just for above board, the statue that the automaton is, that's her grandmother, right?
Yes.
All right. And what if your grandmother was standing right beside you? Would you have the strength then?
I'd never met her, but I'd like to think so.
Just, I don't know. Think about the strength you'd have if she was standing right next to you when you have your debate later on today. You'll need it.
All right. I have to go deal with some other things and till the festival's done.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excited to see what happens.
All right. Good day.
Good day.
And she walks off.
And I'll tap on the bracelet a couple times and kind of like hesitantly kind of speak into it. Callum? Callum?
All right. So you talk to Callum.
I guess. I'm not sure how it works.
So, funny enough, that's not how that bracelet works.
I don't know.
But
Wait, are you saying Callum out loud?
yeah,
If you're near the horse. Yeah,
but
I mean,
funny enough,
okay.
they already cast Rory's telepathic bond on everyone in the party.
shit?
Yes?
Ah, okay, that's how this thing works. Cool. Because I don't know. Funny thing, just as a heads up, got a couple of stories told to me, a lot of information about the Jabberwock and whatnot. Specifically one about the Bastion. Doesn't like the cold. Not sure if that'll be helpful to you.
I'll let
It needs
everybody
to be
know.
someplace
We're
warm if
fighting
that's
now.
something you need to know. Or rather, it needs to be kept warm.
Did you hear what Callum said?
I didn't.
Alright, we're fighting now. I'll let them know
Oh.
soon.
Alright, and, yeah. There we go.
And that's where we'll end tonight.
Yeah.